Is it better to die suffocating or an instant kill? Hello, my name is Hasif Aiman. I am from Oil and Gas Engineering. I am from Go EH2432B, and I will be presenting to you about a humane way to slaughter a fish, which is called ikejime. Ikejime method is a slaughtering method that is considered the most humane compared to the standard suffocation method. It is a technique that is made in Japan. This technique can make the fish keep its high quality flavor. The ikejime method is considered a most human way to slaughter a fish because when we're doing this method, the fish does not feel any pain because we already shut down the brain. Direct translation, ikejime means brain spike. This method involves a spike being inserted into the hindbrain of a fish, causing the fish to enter a coma state, which means a vegetative one. Despite the fish being in vegetative state, the fish can still move due to muscle movement. This muscle movement are caused by the spinal cord, and and in the fish also, the heart is still beating. So in order to maintain the quality of the fish, we need to get the blood out of the fish first, which means there are three steps to get the blood out of the fish. First is the first cut, and the second cut is at the both side of the fish gills, because that's where the blood came in and out for. And the third cut is at the main artery at the tail of the fish, which this can causes the fish to prevent the muscle movement. We need to destroy the spinal cord. With this, to do this, we need to insert a metal rod into the fish spine, causing the fish to be immobilized, and thus the muscle movement is no longer available anymore. The point of preventing muscle movement is to prevent a build-up of lactic acid and ammonia in the fish. These two chemicals can cause the fishy smell that you can commonly smell at the wet market. And this chemical can causes the decomposition to occur faster, and the fish would lose its flavor and lose its rich nutrients. This method can increase the shelf life of a fish for months and or even weeks. With this method, the fish can develop more complex tastes, such as like meat, like a dry aged meat or wet aged meat. So it can taste more flavorful. After the fish going through the ikejime process, the fish is submerged fully inside ice water to cool down the muscle. When you compare the two fishes, that is from the ikejime method and the standard suffocation method, you will realize the difference that the standard suffocation method fish contains more blood in them, and the ikejime fish contain little to none of the blood. And when you compare those two fish, the suffocated fish contain more spaces for more bacteria to grow, but the ikejime method masses still remain the same, and the space is still remain the same, just as the day it was slaughtered. Plus, those two, besides the look, it can be compared by the smells and how it tastes. So, with this a very wonderful method that is been introduced by the Japan, why wasn't it practiced by the uh, by the worldwide. It is simple actually. The reason it is the labor cost, because it is much more simpler to throw the fish inside an icebox than to do a tedious task of to brain to insert a spike into a fish brain, destroying the spinal cord, and cut out its artery of the fish one at a time. If you really want to find this fish that is slaughtered by EKGM method, you can actually find it at high-end restaurant, such as those who serve sashimi and or whatnot. So if everyone want to go fishing and whatnot, please use the EKGM method so you can keep the fish for a longer period of time, and even dry age it. If maybe you can even teach your friend how to do it based on the biological structure of the fish itself. This kind of method has been a issue that is very untouched, because the fish market was not very focused by investor and whatnot. But if the fishermen begin using this EKGB method, they can actually gain more money from selling it. I hope people will think about this method of slaughtering. I think that's all for me. Thank you.